All right, everyone, we're back in the kitchen and we got a real special treat for you. We're making keto chocolate pudding, okay? And this is virtually carb-free. This is what we got here. Here's our ingredient list. We got coconut milk, full fat right here. We're gonna double up this recipe, so you're gonna see about 2 of everything. So we got 2 coconut milks, some Ghiradelli premium cocoa powder, some sugar replacement, Swerve, butter, coconut oil, and right now we got 6 egg yolks. I already did that. Just the yolks, no whites, and we're letting them come to temperature, and you'll see why that's important in a few minutes, okay? And that's the ingredients. All right, so those are our ingredients. So the first step is to get the coconut oil going, okay? We're gonna start simmering this up. So I'm gonna open this up. I'll let you look at that. When you're making, so another thing about the coconut oil or coconut milk, you want this full fat. A bonus is non-BPA lining, you know, keep it healthy. And another bonus is if it has guar gum. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but that helps. It's like a thickening agent, okay? So we're gonna empty 2 of these into our pan. Ooh, came out a little fast. All right, coconut milk is in the pan. There's our coconut milk. You can see the fat and the liquid are sort of separated. When we apply the heat, it will help mix those and emulsify those. All right, the heat is on. The coconut milk is heating up. We're gonna let that warm up, come to temperature. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get our dry ingredients ready. So that's gonna be our cocoa powder, the Swerve sweetener, and our Xanthum Gum. So let's get our measuring stick, cup. So we're gonna go 2/3 of each of the cocoa powder and 2/3 of the Swerve sweetener. All right. Now I'm not gonna be perfect. If it goes a little over, that's fine. All right. So that's 2/3 of cocoa powder. Now we're gonna get our Swerve sweetener. This is granular, and this is just a sugar substitute. All right, next thing we're gonna do is get our Xanthum Gum, which is right here. And Xanthum Gum is a thickening agent, so a little goes a long way. So right here, we're gonna double that up, and we're gonna do 1/2 of a teaspoon, okay? Teaspoon, not tablespoon. So 1/2 of a teaspoon is right here. Xanthum Gum, you can add that to like a stew or anything you want to thicken up, and it does a pretty good job. Just a little goes a long way. Boom. If you remember, I talked about letting your eggs come to temperature. You don't necessarily have to do that, but it will make it easier. Why is it going to make it easier? Because if eggs are super cold and then you add them to a hot mixture, what's going to happen is the eggs are going to curdle, and basically you're going to fry your egg with your hot liquidy coconut. So there's 2 methods you can do to prevent that. One, you could leave your eggs out, let them come to room temperature, so that when the cold eggs hit the hot milk, there's not too much of a temperature difference. Or secondly, you can slowly add your eggs to the hot mixture, and that's going to assure that you don't get any fried egg. If you get fried egg, it's going to be like little pieces in the pudding, and it's not going to be that smooth, creamy consistency. So that is what we're going to do. We're going to let this come to a boil, it will simmer, and then we're going to add the milk, and then we're going to add the eggs, and then we're going to add the dry ingredients. All right, our coconut milk is coming to a slow simmer, slow boil. You can see that the fat and the liquid have emulsified together. So now we have a nice little liquidy consistency. So we're going to whisk those eggs, and I'm going to add a little bit of the coconut milk to the eggs slowly, and just to let the eggs come to temperature so that the eggs don't curdle and get fried, all right? So let's do that. So this is what our egg mixture looks like, and to be honest with you, I've had the heat on a little, maybe too much, but so now we're gonna add our dry ingredients, okay? So here is the Swerve sweetener, the cocoa powder, and the Xanthum Gum. So I'm just gonna add that, and then we're gonna mix that in real nice. Okay, the next thing we're gonna do is, as you can see on the ingredient list, we got 3 tablespoons of coconut oil or tablespoons of butter. Since this recipe is doubled, that would mean 6. So instead of doing 6, what I do is I do about 2 of coconut oil and 2 tablespoons of butter. So we're gonna do that right now. All right, we got our coconut oil here. I don't really measure this too exact. That's a big tablespoon. That's another large tablespoon. And then for our butter, I have a little, luckily it has a nice little measurement increments to let me know how much we're chopping off here. That's about 2 tablespoons right there. I'm gonna let that go in. Okay, so I also like to add a little salt just for taste. There's nothing better than chocolatiness and saltiness together. So we'll salt that. And I don't spare on the salt. All right, looks like we have a nice consistency here. We're gonna add this and we're gonna refrigerate it and we're all done here. All right, let's add this. A lot of times, take a little taste test to see how we are, how it came out. I'm not worried about salmonella or anything. It's pretty darn good. All right, and there is the finished product. I will post the macros. Like I said, it's virtually 0 carb, 0 net carbs. 6 egg yolks. This should last like a week. Enjoy it. All right, and here is the finished product. Came out really nice this time around. I added a little bit extra yolk because I thought I spilled one of the yolks, so it's technically got almost 7 yolks. And it came out super, super thick. You can sort of see how thick that is. So yeah, it went well.